Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't remember if Jeff told me this was normal ass or not, so I'm going to assume it's normal ass.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep.
Great, fantastic. Normal ass, normal games sent in by the fans to Lifesaglitchtv at gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yep.
Hit me up with the sound of your significant other getting oddly fascinated with all of the true crime documentaries on Netflix to the point where you may or may not feel safe in your own bed.
Baby. Put down the knife, baby. Put down the knife.
There was a story this week or last week where it finally happened. Some woman that was obsessed with true crime said she admitted she wanted to feel what it was like to murder somebody, so she did.
Great. Not so great, but great.
So, yeah. Anyway, if you're wondering where that noise come from, you haven't figured it out already. This dude literally has Jeffrey Dahmer as his picture above the Nexus. And the name is Jeffrey Dahmer. Holy fucking hell. In the bottom left, we've got, LuisH, the blue Zerg. And again, normal ass, normal game.
Yeah, before we get into it, gotta give a shout out to our sponsor, NordVPN. If you guys want to support the channel, go check them out. Link will be in the description of this video, nordvpn.com/OTT. Use the promo code OTT, get a massive discount plus 4 bonus months. Great way to support us. Stay safe, stay anonymous when you're on the internet. Watch different regions of Netflix and other streaming services at the click of a button. And, yeah, it's 2023. Everybody should have a VPN. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you don't like it for whatever reason, get your money back. Go support. Link is in the description. PVZ. My favorite matchup in all of StarCraft. It is, in my opinion, the most dynamic, the most interesting to watch here. I do believe this is a diamond-level game. We've been spoiled the last, like, what, 2 weeks or so?
True.
With some really good Nangs. So maybe we can keep this train going. People have been enjoying the Nangs more in the when cheese fails, or will cheese fail, because the games have been that damn good. So let's see if LuisH, is it LuisH or LuisH? I'm going to call it LuisH.
Just go with LuisH. I was called LuisH, but just go with LuisH.
Yeah, I like LuisH.
The store in the mall that you don't want to walk by because it's worse than Bed Bath & Beyond's fucking, like, perfume section. That shit is... Dude, you just have to be on the same floor.
Oh, it's brutal.
And you smell it.
It's brutal. This stalker cannot see said overlord. It's a little cheeky little spot there. And you know, it's that month, Adam. So I thought, you know, I'd give a shout out and a calling, so everybody knows what's about to happen right now. Y'all know what to do. You could say I did the thing, and that's it. Just throw that in there. Oh, that's a shrine, by the way.
Oh boy. Well, while we wait for that shrine to warp in, and while we wait for the Zerg to continue macroing up here, as clearly both gentlemen have decided they don't want to do anything for a bit, I'm gonna get a question in here real quick. This comes in from Mad Kiwi, Mr. Black, asking, what's your favorite fast food or chain restaurant sandwich / burger?
Oh man, my favorite. You know,
A&W double teen all day.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pick something different just because you picked that, but that is definitely up there. I'm actually going to go with the classic Bacon Big Mac. You know, it's just that sandwich, that burger, that it's a staple. I mean, how can you not like a Big Mac? I know there's probably lots of people here that don't like Big Macs, but it's delicious. I would have picked the A&W double teen, but you picked it, so just to be different.
Bro, it's a goated hamburger.
Oh, it is a goated hamburger. You want to know what else is goated? The fact that this warp prism managed to get out before the Zerglings even saw what was going on. Stalker's going to be in a good position here to get rid of these lings. Got the shield battery healing up that cyber core, and we're going to get a DT drop here. We've got 3 DT. Is that a third DT? You know what? Why is it...
No, it's a Zealot and 2 DTs.
Oh, okay, I was going to say. Okay. I was gonna. No, those are 3
It's
DTs.
It's a different model.
That was.
Right, because they can have a scythe or they can have a sword, and apparently they include that in the icon.
Interesting.
In the bottom.
I've never noticed that. You learn something new every day. Cheeky little drop here. I like this play. I would have loved to have seen him split up. So you get 1 DT at 1 base, right? You bring 1 in the main, 1 in the natural, 1 in the into the third. That way, it just creates a lot of chaos, and you would have done a shit ton of damage. I like that little drop there. Gonna get 3 queens for free here.
Oh my, dude, the bait. He picks them
real.
up,
Oh no!
flies them
no!
away, makes them makes them believe that he's gone.
Yeah.
And then he's taking them away, but drops them again, so the queens get baited forward, and he gets another couple picks up. That was almost very cheeky with the second pickup there. I like that play, but I agree. Now, if he had done that, he wouldn't have gotten this hatchery in time, but he might have gotten more economic damage by getting rid of more drones.
Oh yeah. It would have been a lot of drones, and 1 DT could have sat in here, ripped away the mineral line. If they left, he could have started hammering down on the hatchery. Plus, remember, he had the warp prism as well. So when these units start to go in, because he's going to have to choose with the overseer which base to go to defend first, then he could just be warping in more DTs up here and then go after the hatch. Just could have created a little bit more chaos. It would have done an infinitely more amount of damage. And honestly, I think it was a relatively fair trade. Yeah, he lost the hatch, but he didn't really lose any drones in the process. Lost a couple of queens, but he lost 3 DTs and the warp prism, and now he's still on 2 base. I actually kind of put the Zerg a little bit ahead still after that harassment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, because it doesn't take much to get the hatchery back up for the Zerg. It's not really the end of the world. Didn't lose any drones to speak of, and so that goes a long way to not really stunting the economy. Here comes another 3 DTs to this now 4th expansion. That's going to be a pain. Will he cancel it?
No, he's going to be able to take this out.
Be.
So this is nice.
So
this
that's
is a
going to
good
go
little
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice little pickup, and he needs it too, because he said he's still stuck on 2 base. The Zerglings went up there and stopped the production of the 3rd. They're going to stop it again. I'm seeing the probe go over there and getting picked up by those Zerglings. And so at some point, Jeffrey's going to have to leave his base with more than just a probe if he's going to want to solidify a 3rd somewhere. And if not, then he's got a 2-base timing, and then that's the show.
Yeah, so I do like the fact that he has taken out a probe here to try and look like he was going to expand. Whether he was doing it or not, I like that, but now his warp prism is out. He needs to go and attack. Like, he needs to go now. He's got 1,200 minerals. If I was him, I'd be creating about 3 to 4 more Archon, and then Charge Lot Immortal, 1 big push, making sure the warp prism does not go down, and the biggest thing, making sure you're not supply blocked, which he actually is right now. He's 102 of 102. He's putting down a shit ton of pylons right now because he's figured that out. This actually hurts him because he's going to lose 1 warp here, which is pretty substantial when you're doing a 2-base all-in now, and the Zerg knows it's coming. So he's building up. Lots of Roach, Ravager, good composition, got a ton of creep there, so he's going to be able to kite his way through to a degree. Those charge lots are going to do a lot of damage. It's all going to boil down to positioning, and if LuisH can hold off just a little bit longer to get more units out before the main push hits his natural, but we're going to see what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, here we go. I would have liked to seen some Banelings to try and counteract a little bit of these charge lots out at the front, but all they're going to do is just walk right into a wall of these Roaches and Ravagers, and it's going to be a game. Well, what it should have been a game of micro. Not a lot of that happening. Yeah. This is just the Zerg holding the line, and he's got through most, if not all, of the Zealots. But now, he's going to bring the Queens up from the bottom, try to get some more damage done. He's got that 1 Archon with no shields, breathe on him, and he's going to collapse into a puddle on the ground. Both Archons gone, and thanks to the Queens and the good micro of the Queens, he cleans that up, and that's actually enormous for the Zerg. It's going to force Protoss to try and get a 3rd base up, but at this point, Mr. Black, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just massing fucking Zerglings, and I'm sending them all north.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a little bit of harass right now, and you could do a counterattack. This is still meaty, and he did get 3 of those Immortals out. One thing that I didn't like back here is these 3 Immortals for a good 30% of the fight really wasn't doing a whole lot of damage in behind. Also, that Warp Prism warped in exactly 0 fucking units. I have no idea why this Warp Prism was kind of baiting around, flying around, taking hits by queens. He really needs to have that Warp Prism in behind here just warping in. Imagine if he didn't get supply blocked on the way here, and he did another warp cycle of Zealots, and then he did another warp cycle of Zealots here, that fight actually could have been his. He might have straight up just won the game with 12 more. How many gates does he have? Quite a few. 2, 4, 6, 7 gates, 8 gates, 9. I mean, shit, he could have had another 20 Zealots down there. It's not like he didn't have the money. Game could have been done. Now it's not. 3 base, though, to a 4 base Zerg. Really a 3 base Zerg. So Protoss a little bit more ahead on the economy side, just from a macro standpoint. But Zerg is still looking much healthier. 140 supply to 146, but I wager a lot of those are likely drones, and they are 69 of them drones. So relatively easy, relatively even game is what I'm trying to spit out here. But the tech is on our Protoss's side, just in terms of having these Immortals out. But, oh, we got a drop going here with some Zealots. Not doing much.
Yeah, so I really would have liked to have, I mean, what the fuck do I know? But I really would have liked to have seen the Zerg just do one cycle of Zerglings that maybe had some Banelings to get up north, and because he knows his opponent just got into a third before coming down with that attack. And so he had a shitload of minerals with no gas. So instead of waiting around for gas to pick back up to do nothing, oh, this is gonna hurt if he gets rid of this.
Yeah, he won't.
But instead of waiting around, it would have been nice to see him just do a whole cycle of Zerglings, because at the very least, before Mr. Jeffrey would have had any real defense, I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's wasting a lot of minerals just throwing shit down here. Yeah. It would have been a great job to slow Jeffrey's production and remaxing of his army, or production, not even remax, but just production of his army. Because right now, Protoss very gas heavy because he's been cranking out all these Zealots, and the Zerg is everything heavy. This Zerg needs to build a bunch of fucking Overlords and just max out and just get moving, because this Protoss is hitting high tier tech. Yeah. And they hit 3, rip.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of, look at this, like, Dahhmer here is just really shit in the bed. Big warp cycles going in here doing no damage. None. Overcommitted on this layer, was never going to kill it with this many queens being able to transfuse this layer. So he lost a bunch of DTs right there, and then one massive warp cycle, really to kill 5 or 6 roaches was not a good trade. 178 supply to 129, but this is a fucking scary-ass army right here. That is, will eat this alive.
Yep.
There's just, yeah, he needs to back off. Like, Zerg needs to not split, because if he loses this, one counter, game over. It's done. Just needs to get that Warp Prism out.
He's building, though, and that production tab, Mr. Black, he wants to get spicy.
Yeah.
Got some swarm hosts on the way. That's going to force the Protoss to play a bit more smart positionally. But nevertheless, I agree. He needs to get the hell out of there, because right now that Protoss ball is going to shit all over him. Another round of DTs. At this point, I don't know how much these DTs are going to do. He's just going to send some Zerglings or whatever, or like any of these. I mean, he gets the information he's up against swarm hosts, so there's that. But at the end of the day, my God, they're not going to do anything.
No, he just needs to run. He needs to turn those things into Archon, and run. But he knows swarm hosts are here now. So what is he gonna do in reaction to this? He's got a couple of options. He can either get some Stargates and start getting some air. Oh, this is gonna be a nice pickup here for a Protoss player. As long as he doesn't lose these Immortals, he's gonna get stormed now.
Oh.
These charge lots are gonna eat apart this, and half of the army is gone. But at this point, I don't think LuisH cares too much about these Roach Ravagers. The play here, ooh, nice little mixtape. The play is going to be these swarm hosts. And can he get enough out? Because there ain't even a observer here at all. It's going to be close. He needs to get good storms and just push this. Needs to go now. Cannot wait for him to get any more of these swarm hosts. He needs to commit to this attack. Needs to get a warp prism. I like this. Warping in Zealots in the main now. Finally doing a good job at splitting shit up. And these swarm hosts are going down. Adam, this game is ending right now. It's over.
Yeah, what a weird and sudden change of events here. I mean, yeah, the Zerg lost some army on the way down, getting caught on the right side of the map. I don't know why he left his units there, but he also just didn't do anything with the swarm host. He sat them around. He got distracted with some zealots, but then, I mean, he didn't even, back up his main army. He just let them sit there and die.
Yep.
And now he's dead.
Oh, it's over.
Unfortunately, Jeffrey Dahmer's taking another victim.
Ah, you did it. You went there, huh?
I mean, listen, I thought the whole match, I'm thinking if he wins, can I make the joke? I have no other jokes left. I had to go for it.
All right. Okay. That's, you know what? That deserves this. That deserves this. You know what to do.
Did you just put the like thing up twice in one cast?
Of course I did. I gotta remind them. I gotta remind them. Adam, our likes have gone up a good solid 30-40% since I've introduced such a thing.
Oh, I know.
And guys, subscribers are starting to rise. I mean, it's
Jeff, I have a question.
What
the fuck is Jeffrey Dahmer doing right now?
I don't know. Why did he just end the game? Is he playing with his victim?
Why is he not in the base, slapping LuisH around like a minimum wage employee that lost their sense of smell?
Well, he's, yeah, I mean, dude, I almost hope Jeffrey Dahmer loses this game, but it's not going to happen because this army is just redonk. And it's level 3 as well. It's level 3. He's playing with his victim, man. It's the Dahmer way.
Oh my lord. Well, here we go. Did I just see Vipers?
Yeah, those are Vipers. I don't even know why he got Vipers. You're going to pull those Immortals in. That's about it, but
I think it's been 7 years since I've seen a Viper.
I mean, they're really good against Colossi, aka giraffes. But against this army composition, it's a big no-dog.
Really.
Nah. Oh, man, them storms just tearing apart
That's
LuisH.
a bad time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of 3-3-1.
GG.
Yikes.
Well, it's another solid game, another solid normal game. Zerg just really couldn't find his fitting. Like you said, there was a little window where he could have done some harassment. Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't the best at his harassment, but it was constant. And eventually there were gaps, and it caught up to LuisH. Losing half of his army up here for nothing really cemented it. And a well-played Warp Prism drop on LuisH allowed Dahmer to push up here from the right side and ultimately take the game.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. It's another normal game. Well done. I liked it. It was a solid game. I am very confused about LuisH leaving his army in that right-hand side of the map, and not like half of it. I don't know what his plan was. Like if he had some grandiose plan of split attacking at some point, he just didn't want to bring him back. But man, what a mess. Ended up losing him the game there. But yeah, that's it. It's time to head on to the next one, Mr. Black.
Let's do it.